My name's Ted Grant. I'm publisher of Essex Media Group and The Item. With me is Carolina Trujillo, who is the director of La Voz, which is the Spanish language publication of Essex Media Group. We're here today to introduce the 2021 Essex Media Group Persons of the Year. They were selected because of their positive impact made in each of their communities. I'll let Carolina take it from there.
Well, it's interesting that you say 2021 Persons of the Year. It's the second year of this pandemic, and honestly, I was so discouraged the first year, and I was so motivated by the winners that I was like, I don't even know how we're going to top this 2020 list out of such tragedy that was that year. And here we are.
You did a pretty good job.
I know, we did. I mean, there were excellent nominees and winners. So, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with these. I don't know if you are, but I am.
Well, I am, and the credit goes to the people in the community. It doesn't go to us because the people in the community selected their winners. We didn't.
I know. And I love that part about this award because it's really community-centric. It's community-driven, and I love the fact that the community gets a voice, gets a vote on who they believe went above and beyond the call of duty, creating that impact that's so needed, especially during the 2021 second year of a pandemic, which I honestly, for starters, thought that it was going to be long gone. But here we are, still kind of figuring it out. So,
and I'm glad you emphasized the word community, because first and foremost, the Daily Item is a community newspaper.
Absolutely.
We're not the New York Times. We are what we are, and in order to get the news from a given community, you need a local newspaper, and that's what we aim to be.
Absolutely.
And by recognizing who the leaders are in the community, I think it demonstrates a good understanding of the 9 communities we will be talking about today.
Absolutely, and I'm so glad you mentioned that too, because I believe that some
well,
people.
You told me to.
Some people. Well, I'm full of good ideas, but I'm glad you're following the lead. But I think that sometimes it's important to remember, kind of what the role of community newspapers is in the communities they serve. We are the center of information for the cities and towns that we're informing from. So I think that is so valuable, especially now with the internet and social media and all of these ways that people are gathering information. It's important to have a reliable source of information that tells you exactly what's going on. So I think that that's the function that we have as, the Daily Item levels and all the other publications that we have within the Essex Media Group brand.
I'm glad you mentioned that. In addition to the Item and La Voz, we have Linfield Weekly News, Peabody Weekly News, 4 lifestyle magazines, 01945, which is Marblehead, 01907, which is Swanska, 01940, which is Linfield, also North Shore Golf Magazine,
Yep.
and Item Live.
Yes.
So we understand our community, but we do because of the people who help us understand it.
Absolutely.
We rely on the members of the community
Yes.
to tell us what's going on and who we should be aware of. And I think these 9 people are great representatives of their communities.
I so much agree. Do you want to start with Lynn?
Yeah, let's get going here. Enough of us. Nicole Mclean. She is the Lynn 2021 Person of the Year. Nicole is the founder of North Shore Juneteenth Association, who advocated getting more Black history into education, and she was pivotal in making Juneteenth a recognized holiday in the city.
Yes. And she is so much more than that. She is a force of nature. This woman, she is a colleague. I admire her for her tremendous work. Not only in bringing the forefront all of the contributions of African Americans into kind of our media, our community, but also I feel that she is an amazing leader in the community. She has so much people listening to what she has to say. I think that she ran an amazing campaign when she ran for councilor at large, and she wasn't, she's not a trained politician. So everything she was adjusting and going as she went along, and I have so much respect for people that just decide to run, and they do. And she had an amazing group of people supporting her. And I have so much admiration for Nicole. So I was super excited when she got nominated, even more excited when she,
I couldn't tell that you were excited.
I was super excited. Okay. I respect the woman. What can I say? And I can't wait to hear what she has to say about this award.
I want to thank Essex Media Group and the residents of Lynn for honoring me with this award. Being the Person of the Year is a great honor for me, and I am so appreciative. I also want to talk a little about the projects that led up to me receiving this award, such as receiving the Literacy Leadership Award from the committee of the Celebrate Literacy Day Committee. I want to thank them for that. I want to thank the groups that helped me with the Diversity Matters Festival this year. That was a great festival, and so many people were involved in that. Although, I came up with the idea, I reached out to a lot of different groups, and some of the groups that helped with that, and the individuals are Tia for Lizzie, Tia Cole, and also John Andrews, Michelle Richardson as well. So we've had a lot of different, organizations help with that Diversity Matters Festival, and I really appreciate that help. Also, my North Shore Juneteenth Association team for doing tireless work of all the flag raisings we did this year, the Juneteenth celebration, which was in collaboration with Lynn Museum, and all of the events and projects that I've done with the Lynn Racial Justice Coalition as well. I want to shout out to Adriana Paz, my campaign manager. We ran a great campaign, and we learned so much, and I'm sure we'll be back again to do more with our political projects and voting. So again, thank you to everyone. And if I didn't mention you, know that I definitely am appreciative. Thank you.
So for Swanska, I was very excited with Nicole. I'm also very excited about the winner in Swanska because she is an amazing Latino woman. Her name is Irma Ches, and she's the executive director of the Swanska Housing Authority, who handles human relations, accounting, works to better the living conditions for residents, manages projects and staff, and helps residents with medical insurance, parenting skills, resumes, and job interviews. And this is kind of like a chunk of the work that Irma does in her community with the senior community in Swampscott. She is the rock star of that community, and I am so excited to hear that she was awarded this because she's done tremendous work for them and has really been their voice, and also not only their voice, but the most fierce advocate, I would say. So I'm excited to hear what Irma had to say about this award.
My name is Irma Ches. I am the Executive Director of Swanska Housing Authority. I am humbled to receive such an award. I want to thank, first of all, to the Swanska Tenant Association for nominating me for such an award. I never expected this. I want to thank you, but I also want you to know that I come to work every day knowing that I'm actually going to a place that I'm going to be serving all of you guys. I also want to thank my staff members, Carol Feliz, Justin Ohava, Peter, and Phil. Thank you for your support every day. I also want to thank the Swanska Housing Authority board members, and I also want to thank my family, Ashley Chess, Joshua Chess, Jacob Chess, and my husband, July Chess, for your constant support every day. And thank you for understanding that my job is not a 9-to-5 job. It's a responsibility of an everyday, 24-hour, 7 days a week. I wanna thank you for your constant support. Thank you all.
Linfield's 2021 Person of the Year is Karen Nassambeni. She was described as the epitome of a true survivor who overcame the loss of 2 family members to COVID-19 and nearly lost her own life to the virus. Meanwhile, she worked to bring back life to the town's country store while maintaining her full-time job as the general manager of the North Shore Music Theater sounds to me like she had her hands full in 2021.
Wow, yes. That is, we hear so many stories of people surviving COVID-19, and I'm so happy that we at least hear people surviving this, because there are so many that have not been able to. So I'm glad that she's done such work for her community, and it's great to have her here.
I would like to thank the Essex Media Group for this incredible honor. It's not lost on me how special it is to earn this award. Today I stand on this stage alone, but I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the thousands of people who got me through this past year or two, from the doctors and nurses and my friends and family who nursed me back to health and stood by me when I was doing my COVID advocacy, to the people in the town of Linfield and the Historical Commission who came out, and to the country store and who lit candles in their windows to get me through this time and to support me and my family, to my coworkers here at the theater who held down the fort when I couldn't be here and gave me the time to get strong again so I could come back and lead this company through these crazy times. I am so appreciative of everyone who has gotten me back to this point. So from the bottom of my heart, the theater is empty today, but if you were all here, it would be a sold out audience. All of you who got me back, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am so grateful for everything and wouldn't be here without your help.
Peabody's Person of the Year is Gina Goodwin. Gina is a community leader who gives back to her city through volunteer work that includes making Thanksgiving dinners for thousands of people, hosting and delivering toy drives for kids for Christmas, collecting items to help the homeless transition into housing, and providing food and necessities to people in need throughout the year. She sounds tremendous. I mean, that truly is an impact. So I can't, I'm excited that she won this, and I'm excited that her people.
Are there any selections here that you're not excited
You know what?
about?
In full transparency, no.
Okay.
Because I feel that we are trying to survive a difficult time. I just recovered from COVID. And now that I've recovered from COVID, I can understand a little how horrific that disease is, and how miserable of a death it must have been 2 years ago when we started discovering this and what was going on, and we had no clue how we were going to tackle this. So my symptoms were mild, and I am really a coward when it has to do with disease and pain, so I understand that I might have overdone it, but still I feel that it was hard. It was a hard thing, and I had mild symptoms, and I stayed home, and it never got to a point where I had to be hospitalized, so I can't imagine. So no, I feel that everybody who's able to contribute and go above and beyond the call of duty and support community and really impact from their heart, not because they're getting a paycheck, from their heart, to improve the quality of life of people around them, they have my utmost respect. And yeah, no, I'm excited. I mean, I'm an excited individual when I do these things. I just love it. I love to say to people, no, thank you for the work you do, and thank you for making your community a much better place, and the world a much better place for all of us. So you had a question, I gave you an answer, okay?
So that was my fault. Okay.
You jumped right into that.
Oh yeah, my question prompted that 45-minute response by you. Thanks. Why don't we hear from Gina?
Hi, my name is Gina Goodwin. I'm from Peabody, Massachusetts. I have lived here my entire life, and I am beyond honored to accept this award for being Peabody's Person of the Year. There's so many people I'd like to thank, starting with my husband, who right now is battling cancer, and his strength is overwhelming. My kids are great in help in every aspect of everything that I do for the community. All the volunteers, everybody that's delivered meals or helped cook meals or has provided donations or monetary donations, I'm so thankful. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this. Again, I feel so honored, and this is such a greatest achievement for me. Thanks again.
Nahat's Person of the Year is attorney Jeffrey Mussman. Jeff is a founder of the Nahant Preservation Trust, which was instrumental in helping halt the proposed expansion of Northeastern University in town.
Let's hear from Jeff.
First, I want to thank Essex Media Group for this award. It was only a couple of years ago that I witnessed Calantha Sears receive this very same award. She is an extraordinary person, now 100, an icon in Nahant, someone that deserves this award every year. So I am pleased and honored to be sharing with her just a little bit of it. When I moved to Nahant from law school, after law school, I moved to a dead-end street where we rented a house. Across the street from our house and next door to our house were each occupied by people named Desmond. There were no sidewalks. Dogs could roam free. And the Desmonds across the street maintained a flock of geese and duck that controlled the dogs. I had fallen into a village 12 miles from Boston. I grew to love the place. I raised my 3 children here. It is hard not to be struck by the absolute beauty of Nahant, surrounded by water, connected to the mainland by a man-made causeway, and otherwise isolated. But Nahant is not just physical beauty. It has a rich history and culture. It is a community. It is a village. It is a village in more ways than one. It is a community that is committed to preserve that beauty and history. And that commitment has been evidenced time and again with the saving of the golf course, the restoration and repurposing of the Valley Road School and the Nahant Life Saving Station, and most recently by East Point, where more than 70% of the town came out to save East Point, to vote to save East Point. And the town has a long history of people committed to the effort. Calantha, of course, Stanley Patterson, John Lowell, Charlie Kelly, Bob Steves, Richie Lombard. I could go on and on. The list is long and glorious. For me, however, the most important person on that list is my partner in crime, Lynn Spencer, who has led every conservation effort in our town for the last 30 years. So I accept this award for her, for the many individuals that have made so many commitments over these many years, and most importantly, to the new generation of Nahanters who came together to save East Point. Thank you.
The person of the year for Revere is Saber Abu Galala. He's the owner of the Good Diner in Revere, who prepares and delivers Thanksgiving meals to those in need, and was recognized by the City Council for donating food to the victims of a 5-alarm fire that occurred back in September of 2018.
Let's hear Saber's take on this.
My name is Saber Abu Galala. I'm the owner of the Good Diner, 361 Broadway in Revere. I would love to thank the media group to give me the award. I would love to thank the Mayor Branarigo, the City of Revere, all the city council. Also, I would love to thank my family, support and help me. Also, would like big thank you for all my customers, support us and help us during a hard time with the pandemic. Again, I want to thank the media group to give me the award for the man of the years. Thank you a lot, guys. I appreciate it.
I'm probably not supposed to say I have a favorite, but I love this selection of Person of the Year. In Marblehead, it's a high school student. Eli Feingold kicked the game-winning field goal on Thanksgiving to push Marblehead over Swanska and into its first Super Bowl, which it won. I got a kick out of this because unless you played a high school team sport, you wouldn't know. This is going to be with him for the rest of his life. Every time he thinks about this, he's going to smile. I've been saying for years that I learned more from my high school baseball coach about management than I did any professor at BC. And I envy Eli. What an amazing performance by him in a clutch situation. Love it. Marblehead's Person of the Year, Eli Feingold. Nice going, kid.
Hello, my name is Eli Feingold, and I'm honored and blessed to receive this award from the Essex Media Group. I could not get to where I am today without the support of my family and friends. I would like to thank my coaches for believing in me in that tough situation, and especially Coach Lewis, the special teams coach, who prepared me for that situation extensively. I would like to thank my snapper, Drew Anisi, and my holder, James Duty, for setting me up for success all year long. My teammates pushed me every day to be the best kicker that I can be and believed in me. Last, I would like to thank my family for supporting me all 4 years of high school. The kick on Thanksgiving was stressful, but with the support of my family and teammates, I wasn't worried.
The Person of the Year for Saugus is Mike Moriello, a well-known barber at George's Barber, who has been the fixture in the Saugus community for nearly 30 years.
30 years, he must have cut every head in town at this point.
Of course he would say something like that. Why don't we just focus on hearing back from Mike?
My name's Mike Moriello of George's Barbershop in Saugus. It's a great honor to be chosen as Person of the Year for this town. I'm a fourth generation barber here at George's. My great-grandfather started it back in 1898, just about 125 years ago. Still going strong here in Cliftondale Square. The people of Saugus have been really great to my family and allowed us to have this business for so many years, and I really like to thank them for that and also for this great honor, being selected. Like we always say, it's more than just haircuts around here. It's the relationships we make over the years with our many friends here in town. So thank you very much and Happy New Year.
Lastly, our Salem Person of the Year, John Keenan. As a state representative, John was given credit for changing the way we look at arts and culture in the Commonwealth. Unrelated to that, though, he once picked up tambourines with a fellow state rep and led a band out of the Red Lion Inn in the Berkshires and paraded them down a street in Stockbridge. As president of Salem State, he helped the college navigate the COVID-19 pandemic, and oh yeah, he donated a kidney to his Harvard roommate last year.
Wow. I didn't know that about Mr. Keenan.
Amazing story.
Tremendous.
Let's hear from John.
Just want to say thank you to the Lynn item for this wonderful recognition. Of course, there are many people to thank for the team effort that we put in during the year of 2021 and the remarkable time that COVID has faced with our campus. Faculty, staff, and students have responded remarkably, enabling us to be resilient and in place and make sure that our students succeed. Of course, I have to thank Beacon Hill, Governor Baker, and all our delegation for the wonderful support at the state level and our federal delegation for the incredible amount of financial support, and we now find ourselves in the strongest position in years. I want to thank the entire community, our alumni, everybody else who's provided support and the resources we need to provide our students with the services they need to be successful. Again, I want to say thank you to the Lynn item for this incredible recognition and look forward to the year ahead in 2022 and all that it has for promise.
Well, this concludes another award ceremony. Or
Do you
another.
believe it's our fifth? This is the fifth selection of Persons of the Year.
I can't even believe it. Like, I can't even start. Again, it's just remarkable. A remarkable way of highlighting the work that people do every day in the communities they live in.
That's a great term to use. These 9 individuals truly are remarkable.
Absolutely, I agree. And I'm so happy that we get to showcase their work in a public way.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next year.